Good morning, good morning. My name is Jenna Mammina. This is 11:11 with Jenna. I am here 7 days, 7 nights, 14 times a week. Every day, every night, right here or somewhere. But I'm here. But it might not be always here. It's sometimes there and it's sometimes wherever, different place. It is Saturday, January. Haha. It's cold. June 28th. I went outside. It's just kind of one of those. It's a gray, gray, gloomy day. A strange and moody Saturday. The song is actually Tuesday. Carol King. Hi there. I see somebody's here, and I will just lower the volume on my phone, checking out William D. Good morning. Last night, I didn't realize that it was going in and out so much, and had I realized that was happening from the beginning, I would have started again, because Facebook was doing I think there was a lot going on Facebook last night, because it blipped out, and what I was so sad about, besides being sad, was that hi, Mama Grace, with the beautiful face. At the very end, when Shu was there, we said goodnight, and he said goodnight, and he winked. And unfortunately, it didn't show up. So hopefully we'll get him to wink again sometime soon. But I was really happy to see he and Rich, and it lightened up my spirits, and I hope it lightened up yours as well. And also in the discussion of the work that we need to do. What's going on, Mama G? What's going on? Should we have pancakes today? I keep saying I'm going to make them. I mean, I made them last week, but I didn't make them. I think yesterday we talked about it. We could put blueberries in the pancakes today. No Jeff Metzger today, because he is probably underwater somewhere, and I can't remember where, but I know he's going somewhere under the water. And I will be under the gun. Let's see, those are too big for a Saturday morning, I think. I need to go. I have to keep my eyes protected. That's how the kids say it, protected. I understand enunciating. Protected. You lightly, you draw back in the palate, protected. Anyway, I'm saying anyway a lot today because I don't really have much to say, except Grace and I watched the Golden Girls last night, and it was really fun. I highly recommend any Golden Girls that you can, because they are just so funny, laugh out loud funny. And the interesting thing that I figured out last night whilst watching the Golden Girls was not Rose and not, I can't think of Maud's real name. The other two were, Betty White was younger than I am right now for most of the, was it all of the show? No, I think she started out at 53, and Rue McClanahan was 50. So they were the same age. If any of you watch Sex and the City and you watch the reboot and Just Like That, they're the exact same age. If the reboot of Sex and the City and Just Like That lasts another 5 or 6 years, they will be the age that the Golden Girls are in their show. Because they went to a 40th class reunion. They had never been, Betty White's character had never went to her 40th. She was unable to go, and I can't remember why. She was unable to go, or she was afraid to go to her 40th reunion, so they found a 40th class reunion where they live in Florida, and they all pretended to be they studied up, and then they put on name tags, and antics happened. But my 40th reunion is this summer. And I just kept sitting there going, wait a minute, we're supposed to be in Florida, Mom, with our friends. But Grace and I are the Golden Girls together. We have a good time. Mother and daughter, just like, what was Maud's name? American Masters. Oh, wow. Cool, William D. So tonight, Gary Lambert. Tomorrow morning, from bed, unless I stay out longer, unless I feel like going, holding my phone out in front of me in the cold air. Maybe not. I'll try to shoot the show from bed, and then tomorrow night, shoe stories. Mike, why don't you come on and tell us a shoe story? I know you have at least one pair of shoes that you love, and I'm up speaking right now because it's kind of fun, even though it's annoying. But if I add the vocal fry to it and then up speak, it can be really annoying. You're welcome. And then Monday morning, we do movement. Monday morning movement. Gotta keep moving. And practice sitting in a chair and standing up. Just be able to get out of a chair. So important. And then Monday night, meditation. Tuesday morning, short show. Tuesday night, could be interesting. Wednesday morning, bed. I will be in bed from Oakland, in bed. Wednesday night, I don't know. Thursday morning, probably bed. Thursday night, I don't know. Somewhere, maybe in a car. I might be in a car because I might be picking someone up from the airport. Friday morning, Mondo Memories. Friday night, who knows? Who knows where Displaced and Share will be? But it will be a good one. I'm planning on that. And let's see what else. I don't know. Hopefully one of the shows or two of the shows will be from Los Angeles. Definitely some of the shows will be from Portland, Maine. Definitely some of the shows will be from New York City and Jersey and Connecticut. I mean, that's like, so far that's the plan. And then Lake County and the ranch. A lot coming up. Who knows where else? I'm open. But Portland, Maine, Boston. Let's see, how many shows will be from Boston? At least 2. The evening show after I arrive and the morning the next day. But by the evening, I will be in Portland, Maine. Hello, Rob Morocco. What's going on, my friend? How are you? Been a while. We need to talk. I'd love to talk with you sometime. I loved what you wrote. Do you mind if you wrote it on Facebook, you didn't do it on WhatsApp? And I can't find it this very second, but I'd like to. Where did you post about? Maybe you could send it to me. I know what post it was under. I think it's something that I posted. And come on, don't be like that. Oh, I need to go public. It says, sorry, something went wrong. Yeah, a lot's been going wrong. It's just part of the package, I guess. Uh-oh. My friend's getting the puppy. I mean, I'm happy for her. Puppy! Puppy. Puppy! You know, Lillian jumped into my squatted lap when she was 3 weeks old. Three weeks old. Yeah. What am I looking for? And watch what happens to... So much has happened since and then I admit, I do post the babies and the puppies. Sometimes more puppies than babies, like the ones riding on that tuk-tuk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At least 10, I think 11. 4-leg is on that. They're moving thing. I don't know where it is now. Darn. But maybe here? I don't think so. Maybe here, but I'm not sure where. Rob Morocco. To quote, Canada, this is in my post, in response to my post on Wednesday morning, I believe, maybe Tuesday, after the mass shootings in Northern California. Canada is not perfect, but in my 60 years, I have never seen a private citizen with a handgun, ever. Our laws are very restrictive with handguns, and no assault weapons are allowed. No assault weapons are allowed. Another round of limiting gun legislations are being passed now to prevent the sale of arms that can be modified to become automatic repeating guns. Thank you, Canada. About 40 million people live in this country. 40 million. I'm not a math person, but that's of a lot of people. And they have had 294 people killed by guns in 2022. 294, less than 300 people, which is still too many people. 300 lives, 300 families, 300 groups of friends were changed because this person was killed by a handgun or a gun. Half of that were gang-related. Many would say, still part of a family, still born into this world the same way that we were. Half of that were gang-related. Many would say this is restrictive or government control. But as Rob says, I, for one, am very happy that this is the case here. Not sure why that's so difficult. Oh, right. It's a money thing. Got it. Ah, sweet puppy going to the vet. Sweet puppy going to the vet. Thank you, Naja, for your comment. Yeah, I'm not sure where. You know how sometimes you put a post out there and then people say how they feel and everyone's kind of 99.9% on the same page, and then there's one person who has to come in and just antagonize everyone. Well, I think he's either going to leave now or I'll just block him because he's just because I can. Because we can do that on your Facebook page. You can block people. Blocked. Bing. Out of here. You did see my photo of Dizzy Gillespie last night, right? And I don't know if you can see it now because I'm not on the screen. And you did see, if you didn't, my great-grandmother, my father's grandmother, my grandmother's mother. Always in the kitchen making something, which is what I'm about to do. Oh yeah, the parrot, I don't know, the green Is it a cockatiel? I don't know. The green bird back here, and I should know because I lived with one for a while, and she used to sing, "Ah, ah," and then is on her mother's, I don't like to say owner, the person that takes care of her shoulder, and then the dog's behind her, kind of jealous, and just goes whack and knocks the bird off. Hazel, being kind of crazy, Hazel. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Patty. Good morning, good morning, good morning to the 5 of you. I am William's still under the covers. That's great. Stay, because it's kind of, let's see what it is. Hi, Michael Keel. What is the temperature outside?
It's 27 degrees outside.
And what is the temperature up in that beautiful, gunless countryside of Canada? Not saying it's gunless, but that place where you can't have an assault rifle. Just curious. What's up? What's the weather doing where you are? What is that? What he'd say? Isn't that what he says? Where you are. So excited. I'm going to Willits. A dear friend. Really sad. She died. Her mom and dad, she's like a sister to me. Her mom and dad were I adopted them as a third set of grandparents growing up in Northern California. And the daughter died this weekend, Donna. So there's a memorial happening, and I'm not going to be able to make it for the memorial, but I'm going to go hang out in Willits. And I'm going to go to the dog park where it's kind of fun story. I had a dog named Mooney. He's back on the fridge. I'll show you. Well, I can get Mooney. Mooney. I think I've shown photos of Mooney before. This was Moon. Mooney was a tripod. Didn't have this front leg, but that's not why it's cut out. It was cut out because in another photo, Lillian Pearl is wrapped around him. So this is who I lived with, and then when Mooney died, there was never going to be another dog in my life because Moon was it. But then, oh yeah, super wise. Just the black, beautiful, oh, he was so cute. And he was a good dog. Lillian's the reincarnate a year and a half later. Anyway, there's a dog park in Willits. Hi, Mary. And they were just building the dog park, and you could buy a brick for the dog park, in the little area walkway, and then they punched in whatever you wanted to say. And one of them was a thank you or a loving remembrance of Mooney. And then the other one was Mooney, thank you for Lillian Pearl. So, you pay for the brick, and then they had a park opening ceremony, and then everyone could go and walk on and see their brick. I purchased a couple of bricks. The one brick where it said, and I'll go there and take a photo. Mooney, thank you for Lillian Pearl. It says, Mooney, thank you for Lily and Pearl. So that's a good thing to think about. And I will be going there. And I will see my friend Sarah Mann, and maybe she'll be on the show. Willits is northwest of Lake County. And Sonoma is southeast of Willits. And Sonoma, there's a really nice concert happening on Saturday, April 8th at the Sebastiani Theater in downtown Sonoma. The doors open at 6:30 and the concert starts at 7:30. John Arbour, fabulous pianist, Jason Lewis, awesome drummer, and someone else, not sure who, will be accompanying me on stage. Saturday, April 8th, and then Sunday, party! We're gonna have a party! So there are flights, I know, from Canada that fly down to the Bay Area, and then you jump in the car and you are there. Just saying. Oh yeah, there's also a gig on Valentine's Day, also known as Galentine's Day. We'll be having some fun in Lake County, Upper Lake, with Machiko and Paul. At the Tallman. Well, at the Blue Wing, which is the bar, restaurant, connected to the Tallman, which is the hotel, that I think the party, one of the parties for the birthday is going to be at the Tallman. So if you can't make it to Sonoma, and you have some time to plan October, the not yet 60, never been married, never had a baby shower party. Susan, come to my birthday party. Susan, you could be in this, you could have the same party. Hey girl, not yet 60, never been married, no kid, baby shower party. I'm registering. Just so you know, I'm registering. Yeah, you know how they have those online registers? That's what I'm doing for my party. But it's going to be fun. And I think there will be a couple of them. There will be one here in the Midwest. There will be one, I was thinking New York, and I was thinking New Orleans, and maybe still. If there's a particular band that happens to be playing, but that would be more of a spontaneous, hey, they're playing, let's go. And then the other party, and I will be discussing it with Bernie in February. We could take over the whole place, you guys. Sort of like they did for Mama Grace's birthday. For Mama Grace's 90th, Armando was there, and Don, and Miles, and there were 11 11ers. And then some. So, Susan. And Susan, I'm going to be in Boston for about 24 hours in March. Well, yeah, the first day of March. Flying out, so strange, February, like that. It's like a month away. I'm excited too. Okay, kids, now I'm really excited about the pancakes that I'm about to go make, because I'm really going to do it now. Because after that, I'm going to be running around doing stuff, okay? I hope that you have a most beautiful Saturday, that you stay safe and healthy, and that you're really nice, because we're all a little collectively fragile right now. And although we need to work, like Rich said last night, not sure what the work is, but we need to do it. That's where I am. I'm open to suggestions. Have a great day. Yeah, stay warm so you have snow. All right, that must mean maybe it's coming this way. I think there is some kind of storm happening, a brewing, as they say. But someone give me a letter, please, so I can sing a song. I haven't. Is that a little thing from my... Oh, it's a little... There's been a little fuzzball here this whole time. Now, if Grace were with me, that fuzzball would have... If she would have been sitting next to me, that fuzzball would have been gone a long time ago. Gone, girl. C is for the way you call me, and C is for the way I am allergic to cats, and C is sometimes known as S in science, and C can even be crazy, cool, and collective too, and I will always sing a song for you right here. And sometimes I will take a melody and steal it there. So everybody have a beautiful day, oh yeah. So from your thoughts, make them creative thoughts. From your words, make them cool. And from your heart, and from your heart, thinking one, and from your heart, a cozy kind of heart. Good morning, everybody. Have a wonderful afternoon, and see you tonight on 11:11 with Jenna. One more Saturday night with Gary Lambert. Love hard. Really hard.